What's going on, fellas? It's another C Boogie production. I want to salute you guys for subscribing to my channel. I also want to thank you guys for liking the videos as well, man. Yo, this video right here is actually inspired by somebody. I'll just keep it at that. You know what I mean? But I would say this, man. In the last 6 to 8 months, I've really been doing a little research on the metaphysical world, and that shit really got me intrigued, man. So when I say things in my videos about how the world responds to some men, when I start talking about energy and frequencies, well, that's ultimately what I'm talking about, man. The metaphysical world. But I'll get into that a little bit later. I talk about respect over sex a lot of times in my videos, real talk. But ultimately, man, a female needs to admire you. She needs to admire you. And when a female admires you, man, you will have so much influence over her life. That shit will shock the shit out you, man. You see what I'm saying? Your energy, while you in her presence, man, she is going to feed off of it in a good way. You see what I'm saying? But before I can even get into all of that, this where really getting to know yourself as a man is key. It's very important, man. Real talk. Putting all your energy and your effort into yourself, into your masculinity, into your energy, how you view the world, controlling your emotions. All of this comes into play when you're trying to get a female to admire you and you seeking that alpha respect from a bitch. This is real talk, man. You know what I mean? Yo, for all the guys out here that has been dealing with females for a long time and actually understand the nuances in the game, then you will really understand some females just want to be in your presence because you give off those kind of vibes and they can thrive off of your energy because you putting real good vibes into the world, man. And they can get inspired from your vibes, from your energy, and how you look at the world. But the key is you have to know yourself. You know what I mean? You can't be out here half-assing at this shit. C Boogie has mastered C Boogie. I have not mastered the world. I have not mastered women. It's a lot of things that I still don't know. But one thing I know for certain is I know myself, man. And that counts for a lot when dealing with females, So when I'm around females, whether beautiful women or average looking females, I'm so self-assured. My confidence is always at an all-time high because I have mastered C Boogie. And this is what I try to preach to guys, man. When a female admires you, man, you will have more influence over her life than her own father. Even if she was to go out and get married, she will still come back to you to seek counsel. That's called alpha respect. And that's ultimately what you want, man. And that's a part of your dime game. That's a part of your dime game. I believe I said this in one of my previous videos, that I'm sensitive to other human beings. I'm very sensitive to their energy. So when I'm dealing with females, I can play off of their energy. I don't know if that's a spiritual gift that I have, or if I'm just in tune with myself that much. But one thing I will say is I don't abuse that gift. You know, I think for spiritual gifts, you should never abuse them. You know what I'm saying? You should never abuse them. You know, because it could come back on you in a negative way. You know, so know your gifts. Take some time to get to know yourself, and use it properly. You know, use them at the right time. You know, but back to the video. When a female actually admires you, man, and she actually looks up to you, the respect level is going to be at an all-time high when you're in her presence, man. You know, just your presence alone can leave this female feeling sedated. You know, feeling sedated. And you can almost tell her anything at that point. You know what I mean? You can tell the bitch the earth is flat, and she'll fuck around and believe your ass, man. And that's real talk. But like I say, man, you know, don't abuse it. You know, a lot of guys abuse their position, you know, when they have this kind of influence over a female. And, you know, to me, that's fucking up the game as well. You use it to your advantage when you need to, but you never abuse that spot. You know, you never abuse that spot. But moving on. Admiration. You know, this is a very high form of flattery. You know, and this is why I always tell guys, man, why would you deal with a female that does not lust for you, that ultimately is not attracted to you? You know, just to say that you got a fine bitch on your arm, to me, that is a complete waste of time, man. That's a complete waste of time. You know, when you actually dealing with females that want you, that lust for you, that respect you, that admire you, trust me, man, you know, this makes a hell of a difference in your life. Because at that point, it's nothing she won't do for you. You see what I'm saying? She'll be very obedient to you. Very obedient to you. All you got to do is get a bitch simple instructions. You know, and she'll get it done. If she admires you. You see what I'm saying? And once again, all of this starts when you master yourself. A female can sense that in a guy when he's self-assured, when he's confident. You see what I'm saying? So when you're confident, you really don't even have to be an asshole. You know, see, Boogie, I'm not naturally an asshole, so I don't even try to be. You know, I'm just a laid back dude. You know, I live my life how I live it. The same energy people give me is the same energy I give them. That's how I live my life, man. So if you come at me guns blazing, I'm gonna come at you guns blazing. You know what I mean? That's just how I roll, dog. You know, but women, trust me, man, that admiration that some women can have for a man is really mind-blowing. And ultimately, this is what I want a lot of guys to experience, man. Not just getting pussy, not just humping on a bitch or whatever the case may be. Nah, man, that's secondary. That's secondary, man. That's a byproduct of seeking for that respect and that admiration. She should look up to you. Your words should be the words of God when you say it around her. You see what I'm saying? And you can have that kind of influence over a female if you know what you're doing. Real talk. If you really know what you're doing. You know, the nerve of you niggas, man, you know, that's why I tell guys, man, don't worry about pussy. You know, pussy is too easy to get. We're not even talking about that. We're not stunting the pussy. We are searching for things higher if you're going to be dealing with these females out here, man. You know, let me tell y'all something. One of my ex-girlfriends, man, you know, shout out to her, man. Her name is Stephanie. You know what I mean? Real cool girl. Beautiful, beautiful sister, man. Yo, you know, we used to kick it. This was back when I was living in Texas and shit. You know, like, we used to kick it or whatever the case may be. And sometimes I would stay at her crib. Sometimes she would stay at my crib. But I would get up real early in the morning for work. I would wake up like 5 in the morning, you know, and still, you know, she'll still be asleep at this time. But she later admitted to me that all the times that I thought she was still asleep, she was peeking at me on how I got dressed and groomed in the morning. You see what I'm saying? How I woke up early, showered, shaved, you know, pressed up my uniform, cleaned off my boots, you know, made sure I smell good. You see what I'm saying? Constantly back and forth in the mirror, lotioning my body down. All of that, man. She later admitted this to me, man. She said that shit turned her on more than anything. She admired that about me. You know, the time that I put into myself, that's what turned her on. You know, and this is what I'm trying to tell a lot of cats, man. Pussy is secondary. Even when I'm talking about this dime game that I know a lot of niggas ain't ready for, you know, if you go into the dime game only thinking about pussy, then you're not really a dime. Bottom line. You're not really a dime. Because ultimately, you are seeking control. You're seeking dominance. You're seeking influence. You know, all of these things come first. You know, the pussy is secondary, dog. It's secondary, dog. You know. When a female admires you, man, you know, this shit really is mind-blowing. The kind of things that they would do for you. You know, like I say, just don't abuse that position. You know, you never want to abuse it, but use it to your advantage. You see what I'm saying? You know, and deal with the females that want to deal with you. You know, let's say that you're talking to a female. Let's say she fine as fuck. Let's say she's an 8, 9, or 10, body banging, all this other good shit. But ultimately, she's really indifferent about you. You know, she's only dealing with you to pass time, or she's waiting for one of these jawline niggas to come. Yeah, you might get some pussy out the bitch, but it's not going to be the same feeling, man. You know, it's not going to be the same feeling. And once you guys have experienced that alpha respect, you will not want to go back to anything less. You would rather go without pussy than to accept pity pussy. You see what I'm saying? Real talk. See, Boogie would rather go without, because I know what's out there waiting for me when a female admires me, man. She starts to pick up on my habits. She's, you know, you can see the change in her speech patterns, you know. She starts to talk like you, act like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be watching TV and look up. The bitch could just be staring in your face. Because your presence alone does something to her. Your energy sedates her, man. This is real talk, bro. Always seek the respect and admiration first. And the key to this is putting all your energy into yourself. Women respect that more than you chasing them around. Trust me when I say this, man. You know, women have admitted things to me later on down the line where, you know, we probably stopped talking, but we kind of remained cool. And they told me a lot of things about myself, man. How much they had respect for me, you know, because of my discipline, because of my regimen, you know, because of my grooming. because of my relentless attitude toward life, the advice that I gave them, all this other kind of shit, man. They told me these kind of things. And it was more than one woman. It was more than 2, 3, or 4. So I have enough information to say the admiration factor is key when you're dealing with a female, man. And that's why I say 2019, it's about gains. Gains, niggas. In every aspect of your life. The more energy, the more time you put into yourself, women are going to recognize that and pick up on that energy. And trust me, dog, they are just going to want to be in your presence. Your presence alone is going to be enough. Your presence alone is going to make your jokes that much funnier. It's going to make the sex that much better. Her pussy is going to be that much wetter if she admires you, man. You got to get to know yourself first, though, man. Every man should take some time to figure out his unique gifts. His unique spiritual gifts. And that's that metaphysical world that I was telling you about. Stop worrying about if you alpha or beta, or if you a select or non-select. Yo, man, focus your energy on what I'm telling you about right now. And I think that'll serve you well in the long run than worrying about if you're a fucking alpha male or beta male. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. You can have the kind of influence over a female's life that will just blow your mind. She just gonna be calling you for simple dumbass shit like, I don't know what I want to eat for dinner. What do you think, babe? Hey, what you think about this? What you think about that? She's gonna seek your counsel for every fucking decision if she admires you. Now the rest of those little dudes that she play with, yeah, man, she playing with those guys. But you're gonna be numero uno, top dog. Whatever you say, go. You dictate what she do and what she don't do. Most of the decisions in her life are going to be based around what you are going to think about her. That admiration. You see what I'm saying? If she go out here and fucked up and did something stupid, it's going to break that bitch heart that you are disappointed in her. You see what I'm saying? She's not going to want to disappoint you. That's that admiration. Got to put that energy and time into yourself, fellas. Master yourself. Know your spiritual gifts. Don't abuse it. But I'm going to stop this video here. Thanks for everybody for subscribing to the channel. Liking the videos, man. Everybody who super chats me. Everybody who hits up the Patreon page. I'm very humbled. Salute.